I think we good. I think we good. Let's bring this in right. Hold on, let me get this right off the bat. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we up in here, y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all? What's great? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. This is episode 94. I'm your host, Ashley Lovechild. I'm joined with my co-host, my brother from another mother. Blood couldn't make us any closer. One of the best photographers in the world, my brother Santana. Say something to the people.
What up? What up? What up? Appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. Again, you already know you could have been anywhere else, but you're here with us tonight. And as always, we got a jam-packed show for y'all. So we just gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying?
You already know. Don't forget, y'all, the 100th episode is coming up. So excited. Can't wait. You know what I'm saying? This is my first 100th, 100 anything. Outside of songs. I got over 100 songs. But that's beside the point. This is my first 100, network or whatever, video, episodes, whatever, how y'all want to count it, call it. So this is a big, monumental moment for myself and for my bro. So this is big time, and we just excited for the 100th episode coming up. We also got some free gifts for that episode, so make sure y'all tap in. Also, I want to thank y'all for helping this channel get over 8,000 subscribers.
Yo,
Over
shout out to Rowan Jack. You know what I'm saying? Coming down to Florida. You know what I'm saying?
what? He gonna
Yeah,
be
get
in,
your pastel colors up. You know what I'm saying?
for real. You know what I'm saying? You gonna need the pastels up in Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It'll be raining. Like we supposed to have some hurricane or whatever. Raining, wind blowing, pause, and it's still 85.
Yeah. Facts.
So
Facts. Facts.
Florida,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying?
So get your pastels together, you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna get you a nice little short set, you know what I'm saying? Some
Short
t-shirts,
game up
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? You're gonna be right. You're gonna get yourself together or get you some linen. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with low linen. Get your linen game up, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to Rowan Jack. Um, again, thank y'all for helping us get over 8,000 subscribers for the channel. Help us get to 10,000. Let's make that nice fat double digit number. Help us get to 10,000. Continue to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Like, subscribe, hit all notification button, and you already know, share and leave a comment. You know, we love, but I had to give y'all that love on that 8,000 subscribers. We well over 8,000 subscribers. So again, thank y'all for. All right, y'all already know. First segment of the night. Popular opinions. This segment is brought to you by OUV Records. As you see it up there, yeah. The label model is create, document, and inspire. So make sure you go to Instagram at OUV Records and stay in tune to the latest music and merchandise. Yes. And right before we get started again, also tap into the membership portion of our channel. You have your badges, you get different access, and it's a whole lot of love. Again, we love. Rowan Jack, I missed the hurricane, best sleep. Damn, I ain't going to Miami. I'm gonna be rest between St. Augustine and Daytona. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of gusty winds outside. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna be alright. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be alright. Like old Mike Larry, you're gonna be alright. All right. First question
Make
of
sure
the.
you invite me to your barbecues though. You know what I'm
Don't start. All right. Don't start. All right. All right, y'all. Speaking of inviting people to their barbecues, first question of the night: best Martin episode on this list. Best Martin episode on this list. Again, y'all, put your answers in the chat. We love. We love when y'all uh stay in tune, okay, and interact. All right. Number one, Dead Men Don't Flush, season 1. Number 2, Beat It. Number 3, season 3, Locking Boots. Number 4, season 5, Snow White. Tell us what y'all think in the chat. I already know who I'm going with.
Wait. Go over it again.
All right, so number 1, Dead Men Don't Flush, season 1.
That's the plumber.
That's the plumber. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You might have to pay a little, might have to pay a lot. But you
It's
still
a super.
just all right, so Dead Men Don't Flush, season 1. Beat It, season 2.
What's Beat It?
Beat It is damn. Beat It is when he now I gotta look it up. Damn, I know Beat It. Beat It, Beat It, Beat It. Oh, the fight party. The fight party.
Oh, okay. Where you met Broman and shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Locking Boots, season 3.
That's Pam and is that the episode where they found out they was together or some shit?
Now, Locking Boots is when Gina got the boot and she was trying to
Okay.
avoid
Okay.
all,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
when she walked through the door, this dumb fool is playing Bootsy Collins, getting the boot. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the earwax where he couldn't buy the official Nike fit, and he had to go buy the earwax fit. So
The shoeborn.
it's slightly irregular, but you can't tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? And Snow White season 5. That's when they went on the slopes, and they had
The white girl.
Aquanetta.
Okay.
And had the real militant boyfriend that ended up with Aquanetta at the end.
I'm gonna have to go with the fight party, son.
You going with the fight party?
I have to go with the fight party because it introduced Birdman, and that shit was just. It was just such a creative way to introduce a new character that we didn't know was gonna be a staple from moving forward. So I was like, "Yo, is that my sweater?" Yeah, I grabbed it from the, from the closet. It was a little cold. I shouldn't have done that, right? you damn skippy, bro, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
For me on this one, bro, I want to say Dead Man Don't Flush, because when they thought he was dead and they propped him on the couch with the plunger in his hand, bro, had it like, you know what I'm saying, a proud plumber. Now I mean, done went out. You know what I'm saying? Like
He went out plumbing shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you go. If
you know
that's
what
how you go, that's how you go. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, but then Tommy threw a sermon for this man, like right on the couch, and they singing and hooping and hollering. I want to go with that, but I'm gonna go with the underdog on this one. I'm going with Locking Boots, bro. When Gina caught the boot, and it was because of it was Martin's fault. But the fact that he was every time she would come home and he knew about it, he like, yo, I need the keys. You know what I'm saying? He made it like real fast. Like, yeah, I gotta go get some. She like, yo, what you need? He's like, I need to go get some Pop Tarts. I need to go get
Yo, he told her to go get 100-foot hose. What are you?
and I need to go get a thing for the thick bag of potato skins you gonna make. Like, yo, who doing all that? Like, yo, and like I said, as she walking through the door with the wheelbarrow, the 40-foot holes and the thick sack of potato skins, she been on the bus, the bottom of her.
The heel them broke off. He's like, yo, you just glue that back together. You know what I'm saying?
And this man got on a brand new Jordan fit from head to toe, dunking on the rim and playing Bootsy Collins because she got the boot. Like, yo, I gotta go with Locking Boots, me personally. Pause. All right, so I went with Locking Boots. You went with Beat It. I'm seeing Locking Boots in the chat. I'm telling you, Locking Boots was clutch, yo. The rest of the world at 35% went with Dead Man Don't Flush. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's a good ass episode too, son. I'm not even gonna lie. So all of them is top tier. So there was no wrong answer there.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, Snow White was funny. Like when Aquanetta, people thinking Aquanetta pulling up was gonna be his sister Tommy. Like, yeah, I got this little sugar boy guy at my job named Aquanetta. They expecting a sister. All of a sudden, this white lady come walking through, and she was cool though. You know what I'm saying? Like Aquanetta was cool. You know what I'm saying? So, and the hate that Pam was throwing the Aquanet away the whole episode was crazy. So, yo, very underrated episode. All right, moving on to our next popular opinion question. Remember, guys, these are not our questions, but stick to the answers in the chat and please interact. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. Worst city to date in on this list. Worst city to date on this list. Number one, New York City. Number two, Atlanta. Number three, Miami. Number four, Los Angeles. Let us know what y'all think in the chat. Get it like that.
Worst place to date. Um,
And you lived out a good 3 or 4 of these cities, bro. Nah, I just thought about that, bro.
I'm probably have to say New York, son.
New York? Why
Yeah.
New York?
Los Angeles and Miami. Worst come to worst, you always got the beach. Atlanta, you got scenic. You could go outside the city, go to the country. There's mad different scenic. The city is just a city. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna pay a pretty penny. And we frugal. So you know what I mean? When we frugal without, we still spending some bread.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel after a while, that kind of make the dating a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would say Los Angeles, but at worst comes to worst, you can hit the Broadwalk. You know what I'm saying? Hit the pier. You can find a beach somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
But all right, so what you're saying based on area, it
Yeah,
makes it the worst city.
yeah. Because
Oh,
if you dating, you want a plethora of options. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying?
mm-hmm,
So New York, after a while, the dating options to take somebody out on a date, it kind of gets like stagnant after a while. How many times you gonna go out to eat, to the hookah lounge, play pool? You know what I'm saying? After a while, it's like unless you get somebody eccentric, got riding bikes, and then you're doing like more outside stuff, but you got placate the weather. You know what I'm saying? So I say no on that list. New York will probably be the worst.
okay, okay. For me, I'm gonna say Atlanta. I'm gonna say Atlanta. Atlanta have superhero built women. Like they look like superheroes. Big breasts, but some of them are pretty. They not no ugly girls in Atlanta. They got a lot of pretty girls, naturally pretty girls. But the reason why I say some is because I'm seeing like a lot of enhancement, and you don't need the enhancement. Just be natural. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say Atlanta mainly because even though you can find somebody in Atlanta, but the quality of what you're expecting, you know what I'm saying, is not as is what you're looking for compared to the other cities, in my opinion. Like in New York City, you're right. After a while, you basically doing 4 things on a date when it comes to activity. But you could always find, I don't want to say always find, but you could find the qualities that you're looking for and the type of woman that you're looking to date in New York City in a heartbeat. If you're heartbroken over somebody within by the weekend, you could get over that person if you put your mind to it by meeting somebody else that have better qualities that you was looking for in the beginning. Miami is very superficial as well, but again, when you're in Miami, like a wife finds you, you don't find a wife. You can't go out to the nearest club and think you're gonna find your wife. You know what I mean? In Miami, you're gonna find a solid woman in Miami doing regular things. Same thing with Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a very busy city. If you're working and handling business, you'll find somebody who you're looking for in Los Angeles. Mind you, there's a lot of finesse in all cities, but I feel like you'll find more in those other cities instead of Atlanta. So I'm going with Atlanta. My brother went with New York City. Um, the rest of the world, I'm seeing Los Angeles in the chat. The rest of the world at 42% went with New York City. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I'm just basing it upon like dating and when you want to go on a date, like what are the options? Like what are you gonna do? You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So based upon that, like New York City is like very limited unless you going up to the country to go, you know what I'm saying, apple picking or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
nah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, but it, like if you from, I think it depends which borough you live in, because you could do some fly shit if you live in Queens. You could do some fly shit. You could get away with doing some fly shit because you know y'all are in driving distance in some different type of stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but like after a while, the options of doing fly shit get stagnant because you know what I mean. We from the town, so we
Yeah.
done did. I'm not gonna say we done did everything is there, but how many times are you gonna go to a club and pop bottles? You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same scenario. Whereas a club named Bellagio, whereas the club named Vesuvius, it's the same scenario. You set up the appointment, you get your bottle, you get your name on the list, you pull up to the spot, and you act like your name ain't on the list or your name on the list. You get in. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, your name ain't on the list. What you mean? Like, yo, call Cynthia. Where's Cynthia at? You know what I'm saying?
With them thick ass glasses, the man should see the name on the list from the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, based on me for personally, based on like the limited options you trying to spread bread, it's like
Yeah,
the dating experience is gonna get kind of stagnant.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yo, there's quite a few people in the chat. Yo, hit that. Be interactive. Let us know which city I think is the worst to date in. Well, I'll do. Rowan Jack said Los Angeles might be the worst part to date in. Like I said Atlanta. I said Atlanta. My brother said New York. So again, let us know what y'all think in the chat. All right, very next question, y'all. Next question. This is a classic. Best sandwich on this list. Best sandwich on this list. Number one, peanut butter and jelly. Number two, grilled cheese. Number three, tuna fish. Number four, bacon, lettuce, tomato. They saying Publix. Publix making some fire sandwiches, but they that's not the
That's
same.
not the list.
You know, that's not the same.
Um, for me personally, I'm gonna have to go with grilled cheese. I like the grilled cheese because when I'm not, I love the crust on the bread. So when
Mm-hmm.
you do the grilled cheese and you got the salted butter and it's melting on the pan and you throw the grilled cheese on there and you flip both sides and come out just right. You
Mm-hmm.
bite into that motherfucker with a little bit of taste of salt on the crusty part of the bread. Oh boy,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's for me. Yeah, grilled cheese is always a go-to. Son.
It's gonna be hitting. For me, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. There's something about that tuna fish, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like watching Martin in one of them episodes, like I got mad at Miss Jerry because she hated on the tuna. She was like, tuna. I don't eat no damn tuna through the tuna fish on the floor, stepped on it, you know what I mean? Like, yo, what's up? Like tuna fish always hits. But you know, I have to make mine's a little different because I'm allergic to eggs. But when I get my version of my tuna fish, it always hit. I would have said PB and J. I would have went with the peanut butter and jelly. That's always classic. But I gotta go with the tuna fish, dog. So I went with tuna fish. My brother went with grilled cheese. I'm seeing BLT in the chat. I'm seeing tuna in the chat as well. The rest of the world at 39% said BLT. What do you think about that?
I'm surprised. Oh, okay, but I guess.
A lot of bacon eaters out here, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
and a whole lot of bacon. All right, moving on to our next question on popular opinions. Worst movie villain on this list. Worst movie villain on this list. Number one, Nino Brown. Number two, Alonzo Harris. Number three, Dulce Schultz. Number four, Victor Sweet.
Mm, mm. Worst villain?
Worst villain.
Uh, mm. I would have to go with I'm gonna have to go with Victor Sweet.
Victor
He
Sweet.
he didn't care about his workers, you know what I'm saying? And then he would try to send his workers out of town. So you know what I'm saying? He would show his wife new tricks, disrespect you in front of mixed company, violate you in front of your woman, like you know what I'm saying? Like just put you in bad predicaments to not as a soldier to be a man, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Emasculate you in front of your woman. Now when you come home, your woman, you hearing it from her, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all both have to eat off the floor, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You share a meal with your man, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta go with Victor Sweet, son. Violate, son.
Yo, that's hilarious. Um, yo, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I paid for out of town shooters. And what did I end up getting? In town shooters, in town problems, which leads to in town police.
Go sit at the kiddie table.
Victor Sweet was, yo, that dude was
He
different, bro.
really went and sat at the kiddie table, son.
Yo, Victor Sweet was different, bro. He was different. God damn, I like the way you do bitch. Like, with the all white chinchilla outfit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got all workman outfits, all by the incube or whatever you call that. Know what I mean, and
Got the
he, you
Carhartts on
know what I'm saying, like with the white chinchillas, you know what I'm
with the
saying,
lug boots.
with the UGG boots, out there shooting the fade. Like that's what we doing, Victor. Like,
Detroit
yo,
niggas is different, son.
Victor, a whole nother animal, bro. And then again, you know what I'm saying? He made, if a woman was speaking out of pocket and he talking to the man, he made that woman get on her knees and share a meal with her man. Crazy work.
Crazy work.
Crazy work. Alonzo was that dude, man. Yo, Alonzo was just like word for real. But you kind of knew Alonzo had that in him. He didn't just do that all that one day. He been doing that. He been moving on that type of time. And you expect that from Alonzo. You know what I'm saying? Dope Schultz is another one. He been moving a certain type of way. He eat meals, don't finish it, give it to his melanated workers. Be like, yo, don't be proud. Eat the scraps. You know what I'm saying? Be lucky you getting my scraps. You feel me? Like, so, but I'm gonna have to go with Nino. I'm gonna have to go with Nino. Nino, the reason why what puts it over the top for Nino Brown is at the wedding when they having a whole gun battle. He took the little girl and used her as a shield, bro. Bro was like this as he's dodging bullets with the baby, bro. Like, yo, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was wicked work.
Like, he smashed his man's girl. You know what I'm saying? Which it really wasn't his girl. Anytime a woman is supposed to be representing you and she sleeps with somebody else, then she's not your woman. So he smashed G Money Shorty. She community booty, but still, he treated his woman like crap or whatever. He traded in Akeem Akbar, you know what I'm saying? And Kareem Akbar was the educated brother from the bank, you know what I'm saying? He was just up there trying to make 8 grand a week instead of 800.
Keisha, dead. Dutterman, dead. You know what I'm saying?
So Me personally, I have to go with Nino Brown. I think Nino Brown is the absolute worst. He was the most gangsta out of everybody, in my opinion. Though, you know what I'm saying?
Imani slipping, man. Old man really tried to do me, son.
You
Use
are.
the fool, old man.
Yo, how we about to do the same skit, bro? That is crazy.
Y'all standing around this man like he God Almighty.
And what can you offer them, huh? That shit you selling and another pot to piss in.
And no
You
window to throw it out of. Idolater, you reap what you sow. Fuck that nigga.
Miss Hawkins. Yo, come on, son. They. Who they? They threatened to kill my mother. I tried to get out. Look at him. Kareem Akbar. Like, yo, come on. Like, so I gotta go with Nino
I was
Brown.
running with the East Town boys, and the head nigga Jigaboo was like, "Yo, you gotta get one. You gotta get an ordinary boat."
Pookie, look at your funky black ass. No wonder you all messed up. First, you want to be a sticker kid. Now you're a basehead. Your life is just crap. Like, yo, oh man. So I'm going with Nino Brown. Uh, you went with Victor Sweet. The rest of the world at 35% went with Alonzo Harris. What do you think about that?
Yeah, he was a dirty ass guy, son. Cause you all cop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, it ain't what you know, it's what you can prove.
So you can prove, Hoyt. You know what I'm
You
saying?
think my guy's gonna vouch for you?
yo, this is a dirty list, good list. I enjoyed that one. All right, next and last popular opinion question: most unhealthy fast food on this list. Most unhealthy fast food on this list. All the fast food is unhealthy, but okay. Number one, Taco Bell. Number two, Dairy Queen. Number three, Wendy's. Number four, Sonic. Let us know what y'all think in the chat.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go with Taco Bell, son. That shit look like some goop scoop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, Super Ray
yo,
14.
shout out to him, son.
Yo,
Yo,
he done
it's a
marked
lot.
phrase goop scoop and it changed the game forever. When you
It's a
see
lot
that,
of
it's,
goopians out there, son. And Taco Bell is the final boss of the goop scoop.
nobody want no part of that goop scoop ever since Super Ray 14K came out. Like, throw the cocaine in it, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget the cocaine, throw the little BBL in it, you know what I'm saying? Shake that up, you know what I'm saying? Throw some flies in there, you know what I'm saying? Throw the flies, you know what I'm saying? Get you a good batch of that goop scoop, you
You
know?
know what I'm saying?
So so you went with Taco Bell. I'm seeing Dairy Queen in the chat. Uh I'm gonna have to go with Dairy Queen, bro. I'm gonna have to go with Dairy Queen. I've never seen like Dairy Queen is very dirty, bro. And the
Never
ingredients,
fuck with it. I
it,
never fuck with a Dairy Queen.
yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. And people really like it's either you really like Dairy Queen or you really don't mess with Dairy Queen. There's no in the middle. There's none in the middle. Taco Bell, there's people that still mess with Taco Bell. I remember when we was in college, before the Goop Scoop, before I knew about the Goop Scoop, I used to mess with Taco Bell in college. That's a fact. Wendy's, I used to mess with
The
Wendy's.
only reason was because it was in our school.
Yeah, that's a fact.
The convenience of it. That's the only reason. You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying?
that's a
Because when
fact.
we leaving and we off the block, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a
Slow
fact.
down, we off the block, you know what I'm saying?
Fair.
You
That's
say you
very
gonna ditch this motherfucker, ditch it.
that's very fair. That's very fair. because I ain't go ahead. It hit when we was in college, but
I feel that was the only time it hit, because other than that, I ain't never see myself, yo, I'm gonna go to Taco Bell drive through. Now,
yeah,
I'm saying?
them
Never.
and them and Nathan's, because I ain't see myself running to Nathan's
I forgot about
outside of college, because we had Nathan's, we had Taco Bell, and we had Pizza
out
Hut.
about Nathan's, dog.
Yeah, yeah. So, all right. So again, I went with Dairy Queen. My brother went with Taco Bell. I'm seeing Dairy Queen and Taco Bell in the chat. The rest of the world at 44% went with Wendy's. What do you think about that?
Surprisingly, you know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
I don't know. I was surprised by that one.
Yeah.
Oh, sloppy, but I just figured Taco Bell is the sloppiest. But they say Wendy's, that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. That's actually there's actually a study that Wendy's is the worst restaurant or most unhealthy restaurant in the world.
Bro,
So
when Dave Thomas was alive, you know what I'm saying? Shit was on point, son.
clean and
What?
delicious. You know what I'm saying?
And he
Delicious.
was gonna serve you what you want for your order. You know what I'm saying? Dave Thomas was gonna serve you. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, a face that gave you quality. You know what I'm saying? Straight.
Facts. You believed in that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I stand by it. You know what I'm
I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying?
saying?
All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment. Hollywood need to ask us. You want to start this one off?
Nah, I need you to start this one off. I totally skipped this part. I ain't even I'm gonna try to come up with one as you go with one right now.
All right, cool.
Bye, John.
Hollywood need to ask us. And again, we brought up this segment because we need new ideas for Hollywood. We feel like they just keep regurgitating the same movies. So I want to see a movie about the first brother to graduate Harvard, and he graduate with honors. And they gave this man a statue. His name is Richard Greener. Richard T. Greener was the first brother to graduate from Harvard with honors, and he was honored with the statue on the Harvard campus. So that's the movie I want to see. I want to see what got him there, the inner workings of the campus life. He had to have an outside life to deal with the inside life on campus, and what was he able to do with that degree moving forward? Was did that degree change not only his life but his family life too? So me personally, I want to see a movie about Richard T. Greener, the first brother to graduate Harvard University.
Nice, nice. Shout out to Richard T. Greener.
Facts.
All right, so off the top, I want to see, because I'm a photographer, I want to see how did photography come into existence, because just the mere fact of understanding aperture, shutter, and ISO, how did these three parts of a camera that take the picture and make the picture, how did they come up with that? You know what I'm saying? Aperture is creating that shallow depth of field, meaning where you have the subject matter and the background can be clear or blurry. So that's aperture. Shutter deals with how fast the the subject is moving, and ISO deals with how bright and how dark the subject matter is going to be. So how did y'all put all that together? And remember now, back in the 1880 somethings, these niggas had some big ass equipment. You know what I'm saying? They had to have the little piece of flash. I don't know what it was to take the jump. So like, how did y'all even come up with photography? Where did they come up with? And you know what I'm saying? What inspiration came behind it for you to be like, I want to capture this person's image?
Mhm.
How? You know what I'm saying? Because before that, it was like paintings. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you was gonna get your portrait, if somebody painted it. So now you done came up with this new technology. I'm pretty sure when it first came out, people was like, "Oh nah, this is crazy right here. Ain't no way you want to take my picture."
Mhm.
So that's my Hollywood needs to ask us. I need to see a documentary of how photography came into existence.
That's lit. That's lit. I'll mess with it. You know what I'm saying? That's lit. And they can't go cheap on it either. They gotta go all out. They gotta show different cameras, different uh depth of field. I mean depth of field, depth of field, uh, angles, and the whole 9 yards. And they have to give credit to the people that broke those different type of
Years and
yes,
push the you know what I mean, pushed it forward,
yeah,
all that.
yeah. That's dope. That's dope. Y'all, again, don't forget to tap into our membership portion of the page. Links is in the bio and on the community page where we have different memberships available: gold, platinum, family, and day ones. It provides you with badges and you get different access and you get special gifts. So, to my badge holders, y'all got special gifts coming y'all way. So, you know what I mean? We appreciate y'all. It shows our appreciation for y'all. So again, make sure y'all tap into the membership portion of our page. Shout out to Biggs in the building. Appreciate you tapping in, my brother. Make sure you stay interactive and type in your answers. Appreciate you.
This nigga wrote that. There's a possibly because it was probably you gotta look at it like if you never seen that before, somebody take your image and this is another thing because even with the creation of mirrors, you gotta understand poor people didn't have mirrors. It was only the rich oligarchs that had mirrors. So to conceptualize a person growing up to never ever seeing their own visual, yeah, you'll see it in the rain. I mean, like in a puddle or something like that, but it's not as clear and vivid as a mirror. So imagine growing up and never seeing your own face.
Yeah.
Now somebody take a picture of you and they have it in their hand. Shit, that's almost like you done fell from the sky.
Right.
Oh, we gotta burn them at the stake. So they couldn't send them to Turkey back then, so they just burnt them at the stake type shit.
Yo. All right, y'all. Moving on to our next segment, one of our most popular segments of the show, our must see segment, must see movies, must hear music, must see TV shows. You want to start this one off?
You know how I do. I always have a theme for my segment of movies, and this episode is no different. So my three movies that y'all must see. The theme of these movies is stocks and bonds. You gotta diversify your portfolio. You know what I'm saying? So these movies all deal with stocks and bonds, Wall Street, trading, and all that. You know what I'm saying? So first movie on this list, my classic, of course, Wall Street. Came out in 1987. Stars Michael Douglas, William Oliver Stone, Charlie Sheen, Martin Sheen, Daryl Hannah, Sean Young, James Spader, and Terrence Stamp. Like the movie says, Wall Street is about this young, up and coming broker trying to seek his fortune in Wall Street, and he comes under tutelage of an elder in Wall Street, and you gotta watch the rest of the movie to see how it plays out. You know what I'm saying? Very good movie. It just really shows you the game. You know what I'm saying? Next movie on this list is called Boiler Room. Came out in 2000. Stars Giovanni Ribisi, Vin Diesel, Ben Affleck, Nikki K, Scott Kane, Nia Long, Tom Everett Scott, Ron Rifkin, Jamie Kennedy, John Abrams, and Anson Monet.
Fire movie.
Fire movie. I can't stress this one enough. Boiler Room is underrated. It just really showcases a different side to Wall Street and where you could get easily finessed. You know what I'm saying? Finesse is at an all-time high, and Boiler Room just showcases that aspect of Wall Street. So, last on this list is my favorite movie, one of my top tier favorite movies, and one of my favorite movies on this genre right here is Wolf of Wall Street. Came out in 2013, stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Jordan Belfort, Martin Scorsese, Jonah Hill, Margot Robbie, Matthew McConaughey, Christian Milioti, John Favreau, John Berthol, Kyle Chandler, Gene Dorfman, and Rob Reiner. what can I say about this movie? Fire, fire, fire movie. Like you gotta watch this movie. About again another up and coming guy coming up in Wall Street, and he comes up during the time where in like the late '80s where it was a stock market crash. Everybody loses a fortune. He loses his job, and he tries to find another way to make money in Wall Street. And you gotta watch the rest of the movie to see why they call him the Wolf of Wall Street. Dope movie. All these movies is fire. So my list, my top movies on stocks and bonds is Wall Street, Boiler Room, and Wolf of Wall Street.
Fire. Make sure y'all tap into those movies. Wolf of Wall Street and Boiler Room, those movies, they don't age to me. I mean, certain things in the movie age, but you get like the subject matter, the overline messaging in the movie, it still hits still to this day. Y'all can watch those tomorrow. It's Thursday night, y'all. Y'all can watch those tomorrow night and have you a good time. You know what I'm saying? Get you a little sugar wooger. You know what I'm saying? Have on the tuck. You know what I'm saying? And have yourself a good time. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. So my brother lists his movies. I got my three movies for y'all that are must see. I don't have a theme like my brother do, but I try to pick movies that I feel like y'all haven't seen or haven't heard of. So, all right. So my number one must see movie. It's Thursday night, y'all. Backdraft came out in 1991, directed by Ron Howard. Stars William Baldwin, Kurt Russell, Donald Sutherland, Robert De Niro, Scott Glenn, Jennifer L. Lee, Kevin Casey. Y'all hear that cast? That cast is crazy. They get busy when it comes to acting. Backdraft is exactly what it sounds like. It's about firemen putting out fires, and you have to see the rest of the movie. I'm not going to ruin it for y'all. So make sure you tap into Backdraft. My number two must see movie came out in 1991, directed by Steven N. Anderson. It's called South Central. This stars Glenn Plummer, Byron Mims, Lexi Bingham, Alvin Hatcher, Christine Coleman, Vincent D. Dupree, and Loretta Shelby. Fire. The movie is. You could put the flames on this movie. This is a straight. I don't want to say a hood movie because it has such a deep meaning to it. I don't want to cheapen it by saying it's a hood movie, but it's about a young kid from the hood rolling with his gang, make bad decisions, and you have to see the rest of the movie. I won't ruin it for y'all. I won't. It has a much deeper meaning than just kids gang banging, because that's not necessarily what the movie is about. My third must see movie came out in 2017, directed by John L. Hancock. The movie is called The Founder. It stars Michael Keaton, Laurie Dern, Linda Cardini, Nick Overman, Patrick Wilson, BJ Novak, and John C. Lynch. This is a movie about how John Crockett, Ray Crockett took over the McDonald's franchise. So I won't ruin it for y'all. Go see the movie. So again, Backdraft, South Central, and The Founder must see movies. All right, y'all. Moving on to our must hear music. This is the Bad Boy edition. I'm gonna give y'all. I know Puffy, P Diddy, Love is going through a lot of crazy things in the news, but you can't erase what we were, man. Can't erase what we were. You know what I'm saying? Can't
Oh, chef. Oh, chef.
can't erase what we were, man. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta give credence to just the fact that I'm missing the word, the catalog. There we go. The catalog of Bad Boy Entertainment. So for your playlist, for Bad Boy Entertainment, these are must-haves for your playlist. All right, number one, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down featuring Mace and Puff Daddy. Number 2, Whoa featuring Black Rob. Number 3,
Fire.
Can't I'm sorry, Can't You See featuring Notorious B.I.G. and Total. These are the 3 must-haves on a bad boy playlist. Again, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, Whoa, Can't You See, sorry, Can't You See. So make sure y'all put those on your bad boy playlist. All right, moving on to our must-see segment as far as must-see shows or a classic show. You want to start this one off?
It's a definitely must see if you haven't seen it already. I think it's a dope show. I've watched it 3 times already. So the series is fire and it's called Insecure. Came out 2016, stars it has 5 seasons. It stars Issa Rae, Yvonne Orji, Jay Ellis, Natasha Rothwell, Amanda Seals, Kendrick Sampson, Pentress Penny, Gene Ellie, Alexander Hodge, Sonras J. Jackson, uh, Yalan Noel, and Neil Brown Jr. Basically about modern day relationships in a melanated community, and the backdrop is LA. So it's just a dope series. Issa Rae stars in it, and she pretty much produced and has her hands all over this series, and it's a dope series to watch. 5 seasons, they're 30-minute episodes, so you can really run through it pretty fast. And like I said, it deals with a lot of relationships and stuff like that. And it's just interesting dialogue, the conversations and the scenes and stuff like that. So again, a good show. It's called Insecure. Go watch it.
You know who's my favorite character on that show? It's the blood character. He's my favorite character on the show. I will say that because everything, you know what I'm saying? Everything is
Yeah,
with, you know what I'm saying? So it's wild funny. My must see show is not a classic show. It is a must see. I've watched the first 3 episodes. Not what I expected, but I say it's a must see because I want everybody to have informed their own opinion after watching this. Okay, it is the uh it is oh my bad, sorry. I watched the first 2 episodes of this. Sorry. Monsters season 2, Menendez brothers, about how they murdered their father and their mother, and they try to say that it was a hit from Mexico, that it was the cartel that did it. Meanwhile, they did it, and their reasons were that they felt abused physically, mentally, sexually all through their life. It's the reason why they did it. Monsters featured Jeffrey Dahmer season 1, so this one is the Menendez brothers for season 2. The whole season is dropped, but I watched the first 2 episodes. It's very interesting. So, you know, but it is still a must see. It's a must see, and check it out. So, yeah, you got cologne for us?
definitely got cologne. We messing with the brand is Joseph Abad, and the fragrance is called Modern Gentleman. You know what I'm saying? You can't say no more than that. Like, what else is there to be said about this bottle? You know what I'm saying? You look good, you feel good, you smell good, you rock you some Modern Gentleman. You know what I'm saying? You won't have your way with the ladies, you heard? So get you a bottle of Joseph Abad, and the fragrance is the scent is called Modern Gentleman.
Check that out, y'all. Get you some modern gentlemen. You guys need to watch the 1 season of Firefly. I'm gonna tap into that. Just because you mentioned that, Rowan Jack, I'm gonna tap into it. I'm gonna tap into it and let y'all know what I think about Firefly. All right, moving on. Y'all already know what time it is. It's time to rap. This segment is brought to you by Button Snaps, where you get original movies, classic movie shows, documentary for your viewing pleasure of $4.99. Again, Button Snaps. First hot topic of the night. Actor Tracy Ellis Ross exposed her breasts on IG Live. What do you think about that?
She's bored. She needs excitement in her life. She ain't got nothing to do. Them cats ain't entertaining her enough. So, you know what I'm saying? You're an adult. You know what you're doing. So at this stage in the game, trying to say a 50-year-old woman didn't know what they're doing is just pure asinine. So at the end of the day, you're just looking for attention. That's what attention do. You crave it so much that that's the farthest you're gonna go to get it. It's crazy.
I mean, she got a nice body, but you would think at this stage of the game, her focus and energy would be on being great or continue to be great or continue to build her legacy about the excellent actress that she is and not having antics that would make people be like, oh, okay, she has a nice body, but then what? Like what does that gain? Like it doesn't make somebody want to wife her, and it doesn't make it won't make an older man want to wife her, and it doesn't make a younger man want to wife her. Now she could get smashed, but that's what you relegate yourself to with the average chick that doesn't have your platform to do something like that. So it's like you cheapen yourself, if that makes sense. Like you're supposed to be, a big time actress, which you are. But when you do stuff like this, it's like you trying to play the game like everybody else. And it's like, what are you getting out of this? So have the beautiful body. Save that body for whoever you dealing with. Save it for the movies. Save it for the shows. But at the end of the day, just to throw the breasts up on IG Live. That's a woman that's unknown type of energy. You're very known. You're a celebrity. You're famous. You have access to do great things with your art. So it cheapens that when she do stuff like this. So yeah. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. For the last 24 hours, this controlled the algorithm. It's crazy. Cardi B, Offset have their public out on social media. He's, you know, said that she cheated on him while she was pregnant. She answered, yeah, and she responded with, I had to deal with years of you cheating. uh, she said that he threatened to take things from her that they both worked for financially. And so it's becoming one big ugly mess on social media. They both, have said words to each other on social media. What do you think about the whole public out, between Cardi B and the Offset, the rapper Offset?
I mean, this the society we in now where private matters are now being done on live for everybody else to have an opinion about y'all lives. You know what I'm saying? Where that could have just been in a private setting in the home and nobody would know nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all not going on live. You feel me? So it's like it's also like kind of weird because you like gotta intentionally go on live. You know what I'm saying? It's not your phone is in the back pocket and it goes live by accident. You know what I'm saying? It's prompts you have to go through to get on live. So my point is, how do I even know if this for real or not? Because y'all on live. You feel me? So you in the midst of an argument, while you arguing, you pull out the phone and go live? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that go together? So on one aspect, y'all on live displaying bad behavior and bad example of two adults trying to come to an agreement. And then on the other hand, it's like, yeah, on live doing it. So like, how real could it possibly be? You know what I'm saying? So I just take it with a grain of salt.
I just think uh, it's just bad taste. I mean, you're on IG, you're on Twitter because they tweeting at each other as well. And it's not them, but because they are who they are, people going to talk about it because they put people in their business by putting it on live and then on Twitter, right? So at the end of the day, it's just dirty work when we live in a society where you have to dirty somebody up to break up with them. If you are done with somebody, then obviously there's no real words that need to be spoken. That I mean needs to be said. Like when you're really done with somebody, No matter what they text you, no matter how much they try to bring you back in with the bullshit, you like you can't even say nothing anymore to get under my skin. That's when you know you done. So at the end of the day, when you look at the situation, they have to dirty each other up. Like for somebody like Offset, for example, right? Well, just him in particular. This is bad business because he says something to her to the effect of "I won because you're my baby mother." Okay, I get that sentiment, but when you do it live now, when you do it live, when you dirty this woman up, when honestly she's a representation of you to some degree because you have children with her. It wasn't like you were just smashing Cardi B and y'all just had a falling out. No, you fell in love with this woman, you married this woman, and you breaded her. She got 3 of your children. Now to go on to say that nobody wants you, I won. That sounds crazy because everything that's going on that's important moving forward, which is your children, which is that the fact that you chose at one point in your life to validate her by giving this woman your last name, giving her the protection, providing and being there for this woman and holding this woman up in front of everybody. You made yourself look crazy in this situation because of that. Because you made it public. Not because of necessarily what you said, it's because you made it public. Because at one point you loved this woman. At one point you validated this woman. You put 3 kids in her. So now you look crazy having this go in public, no matter what she says. It don't even matter what she says at this point. She could deal with other dudes at this point because you're not dealing with her no more. Cool, but when it goes public, then it makes you look bad as the man. Because again, it's not like you were just smashing her and you dipped off. It's not like you know what I'm saying? It's not like you did not marry her. You married her, bro. So at the end of the day, this look make you look crazy. It don't make her look good neither, but this make you look crazy because now it's public. Now for Cardi B. Now for Cardi B. Keep it real with you, boo. At the end of the day, there's not gonna be people lined up to be like, yo, I wanna marry her. And it's mainly because you have children by another man. Another man already validated you. Is it possible that you could end up with somebody else? Of course. Of course. Who am I to say you would never find love again? It we're talking about the norm. Can it happen? Yeah. If you deal with an older man that doesn't want any more children, yeah, it's very possible. Is it likely? Come on now. Let's keep it real. So you're always gonna be able to find somebody to you know what I'm saying, to bust it down, but to really build a life with you and to really validate you, take you serious the way that you will want to be taken serious, it's not gonna happen unless you mess with somebody who's older and doesn't want any more children. And what's crazy, Cardi B, if you really hear her speak, she talks like she got a head on her shoulder. Like to keep it a buck with you, I've heard her say some outlandish things, but I've never heard her talk like she doesn't know any better, if that makes sense. And I'm pretty sure you know what I'm saying right now, but this is the reality of what's going on because y'all made this thing public. So that's what I think of this whole mess. It gets dirty, it gets crazy when y'all make things public. It's a whole nother bag when things is quiet, when things is not put on Front Street, when when you put things on Front Street, now your family is under attack. The man and the wife, the husband and the wife is beefing. They're gonna get divorced. So now all the dudes that always wanted to smash Cardi B is gonna come out the woodworks, right? All the women that ever wanted to deal with Offset, they're gonna come out the woodwork, but in a different way. They're not gonna necessarily want Offset like that in that sense. They're gonna want to continue to keep feeding the flame to the fire. The next woman that really want Offset is not gonna be the woman that was waiting for Offset. So it's just crazy when things happen and the people put this shit for the public forum. So this is about to get nasty before it gets even nastier before it gets better. So they breaking up a family unit and they got kids. At one point, your kids will see this. This shit is public. Y'all are public figures. So this is going to be nasty. This is going to be nasty. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Little Bootsy and Ti on live video pressed their sons while doing a music video for having weapons in the music video. What do you think about that?
Yeah, Diamonds is going down, so niggas trying to clean their face up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Everybody's catching an indictment, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all better start acting right. 'Cause you sneeze and you won't catch an indictment. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Y'all ain't do it before, now all of a sudden y'all doing it. So I mean, keep that same energy, you know what I'm saying?
I have a different opinion on that because Ti and Bootsy have both did a lot of time. They both did a lot of young dumb shit. Um, I think it's right on code because when you're a dad, no matter what you did, you don't want your children to go and do the same things you did. Now, is it contradictory? Contradictory? Yes, sorta. It's kind of contradictory, but so what? When you're a father, you don't care about contradicting yourself. You want the best possible outcome for your children. I did that so you don't have to. You don't have to take penitentiary chances. I had to take penitentiary chances. Or maybe I didn't, but I did. And because you're my child and I know better, I know what's on the other side of that door. You're not ready for that. And if you are, why would you want to go through that door? So is it contradictory? Yeah, but that's a parent's job. A parent's job is to get burnt and to let their child know or their children know, yo, don't touch the stove. So I respect it. I think them pressing them, and this was in front of their friends and their peers while they're doing a music video. It's like, yo, like y'all don't even need to have guns in the video because God forbid if the police pull up, which one of y'all is ready to say those guns are yours? Who's going to take the rap? And what benefit is it showing that you're having guns? Like I don't understand when kids have opportunity, resources. Why is it cool to look like you had to get it out the mud? Even if you had to get it out the mud, even if you have a parent that's rich and the parent's like, well, I got my money. You need to go get your money. Right? But I'm gonna make sure you have all your wants. I mean, all your needs and your wants to some degree. I get that, but that's not act like you're starting with zero. Resources is resources. So it's a thing when you have a lot of kids who come from these type of families that have money that want to portray the super gangster lifestyle. So I commend Ti and Little Bootsy for trying to right the ship with their own sons. Because if you don't try to right the ship with your own sons, who you gonna right the ship with? So that's my opinion on it. I respect it. It's kind of contradictory because this is coming from people that did time, that ran with guns, and Ti had all the guns in the U.S. at one point. I mean, he was preparing for a whole war. It seemed like what they found in his home, but I don't. It's like so what he because I did it. That don't mean you have to do it. I know what that punishment looks like. You're not gonna like it. I'm not gonna like it. Your mother's not gonna like it. So I'm your dad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the game. So that's my opinion on that. So anything else you want to add to that?
Like I said, indictments is coming, so niggas is changing their face now. All that shit is good now, but before it was cool, you rapping about it, throwing other people's sons and daughters in the mix. It was cool then. Now it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah. Like I said, indictments is coming. So niggas is trying to switch up as fast as they can before the indictments come.
All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Ah, The Aaron Hernandez American Sports Story is out up to episode 3. Have you watched it?
Nah, we already know the story already. You did there's plenty of documentaries already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the distraction, you feel me? But it's
Hmm.
cool though. Because
Yeah.
what you being distracted from is the question.
This is something I was looking forward to watching because of the documentaries. To put it in the movie format or show format or series format. This is going to be a 10 series documentary, a 10 episode series, um, using basically a film format. Not what I expected at all. Uh, but they're going based on the documentary. I'm thinking it's going to be about football and the murder and what took him there. From these last 3 episodes, the first 3 episodes is just a whole lot of, what's the best way? I can't speak how I would normally speak, but it's just a whole lot of unnecessary uh alphabet play, if that makes sense. It's a whole lot of alphabet play. And I thought it was going to be about football and murder. And no, it's dancing with the his supposedly secret life, on him doing things, but even on the football aspect, it's just unnecessary things. Like in when they show the locker room with him being at Florida, it's a whole lot of nakedness, and it's like, you played college football, bro. I played college football. How many dudes was walking around the locker room butt naked?
Now I can understand why they're going through that angle because there was a documentary that was speaking on that. You know what I'm saying? Where they had interviews with kids that he players that he went to high school with, and when he was in his younger years, and I think it was like a church youth group or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I could see why they going with that angle. You know what I'm saying? For TV, you feel me? So that's why it's like it's the distraction.
Hmm.
Now there was never no real concrete evidence to say it was, but why shed light on that? You feel me?
Hmm. Hmm.
So the whole angle of it is like you could even take the football aspect of it. It's supposed to be masculine, strong, testosterone, and you throw a little zest on it. Now, camaraderie and male brotherhood seems type zesty now. It seems types questionable, like for men to get together and be men and have camaraderie and brotherhood and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like the way they trying to put, again, I ain't watched it, but just on your based on the breakdown, I could see why they're gonna go with that. It's just more palpable. But it's like, what are you like? What? How's that the real true angle of like the murders and football? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Is it because he was living a secret life? That's why he went berserk, and that's why somebody else needed to die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
what we
Right.
saying here?
Right.
So,
Like that. Like you hit it right on the head. Pause. Like there's a scene where they're in the locker room, and then like they're trying to play a prank on one of the players, and the player's got his eyes closed, his mouth open. Then another player got his Johnson out, and he's walking towards the player with his mouth open. And then at the last second, the player opened up his eyes. Like, "Yo, chill." I'm like,
it's better you go that route than go the CTE route.
but we don't do that in the locker room, bro.
I
That's not.
know that. That's why it's better to go that route because had you go with maybe him playing football for over the number of years, head trauma, he played tight end. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Over the years of constantly getting hits, blocks, and all this other stuff, that could be a possibility as well too. So if they're not showcasing that angle, we know it's a play going on. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because Will Smith came out with that movie Concussion back years ago, where they already have the research proving it. So what are we talking about?
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, you don't want to keep reminding the public about it. Oh, we're gonna just because Aaron Hernandez is a very controversial story. You know what I'm saying? But to not go the CTE route is just crazy to me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it, it, it again, not what I expected. Um, there's a much better story showing the camaraderie amongst the brotherhood on a team than to go that route. So, because I get exactly what you're saying about the distraction and the angle, and it's like, but there's so much more, and would have been a better story if you would have went that, went the real. I don't want to say the real right because it's not like I was there, but it's a real angle to really go, and they not doing it, man. Like it's 10 episodes of this, or it's going to be 10 episodes, and this is already episode 3. So you know, for those who didn't watch it, form your own opinion, and see for yourself, and tell me what you think. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Former NFL great running back Clinton Portis tells the story on how he committed to the University of Miami. So this is how he committed. The players took him to the strip club. He was having a good time in the strip club. One of the players turned to him and said, "Are you coming?" He said, "Yes, I'm coming." The next day, everybody's congratulating him for committing, and he was confused. He was like, "Didn't commit? What is people talking about?" "Yeah, last night you said you was coming." "Oh, no, I was coming, not coming."
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? While he was at the strip club with the stripper with the saddleback titties. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he committed to Miami. He just went along with it, like, all right, well, if y'all think I'm coming. So that's how he committed to Miami. What do you think about that?
It's one of the greatest Miami stories. It's just such a Miami type story, son. It's like only in Miami, dog. You know what I'm saying? Only in Miami, son. Only in Miami shit like that would happen, son. It's just got too much of Miami and palm trees and mojitos around all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Bad mojitos.
You know what I'm saying? Johnny Tapia is all over that. You know what I'm saying? It must be a Puerto Rican tradition to put them in the tortilla bin. I see this in my country all the time.
I feel bad for your country, like. Yo.
Honey, what happened to Roberto? He killed himself, mama. Oh, be nice and write a letter to his mama. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Roberto killed himself. You know what I'm saying? So Miami type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real Miami. And I mean, you can't make a story up like that up, son.
Yeah. 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 I thought it was a very interesting story. I mean, like you said, that's very Miami vibe, just like you said, one of the most Miami things that you've ever heard and can hear and to say all in one. It's like, wow. So I'm actually not even surprised at the story in itself coming from Clinton Portis, so and how that Miami team rocked and how they move. It made sense. Like, oh, I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so shout out to the story. That was you know, like you said, some Miami vibes, some 305 vibes. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. Mayor of New York City, Mayor Adams, uh, is indicted on federal charges, but is sealed. His particular charges is being sealed. But of course, they searched his home and they took his cell phone. Reported by CBS. So what do you think about that?
Like I said, indictments is coming down. More and more indictments is coming down. Like I'm not saying it has nothing to do with P. Diddy, but they cleaning house on everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you're out here doing dirt and you think you're not getting got, they've been watching you, and the paperwork is coming, and you know what I'm saying. Just get your lawyer ready, because you about to be chilling right there with Diddy. You know what I'm saying? You gave him the key to the city. Now y'all need the key to the city. Try to get out the lockup. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy how that shit works. It's just wild, son. Like,
Well, it was funny. What's even worse is that they're saying that this could uh, be routed by Diddy, so it could be connected. Speculation is having, and then you say key to the city. Diddy had key to the city. Mayor Adams had
last
key.
year. But I'm saying Diddy been in the city long time. You
Yeah,
got the key to the city last year. You get
yeah,
indicted this year. The man
yeah,
that gave you the key to the city is also getting indicted. I'm
yeah,
not saying there's a correlation to it, but I'm just saying there's a lot of indictments going down. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The
yeah,
clerk working hard in the clerk's office. You know what I'm saying? They tappity tap the computer. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Facts, facts. So this is going to be interesting, and we're in a society where we have elected officials going through court cases.
Yo, the
Like,
Supreme Court is like, I'm putting cases on all you bitches. You think you could do this to me? Y'all gonna be in Pelican Bay by the time I get done with y'all.
basketball program, yeah, brother. Like, yo,
23-hour lockdown. You know what I'm saying? Yo, indictments is coming, and it's 2025 about to be, woo. The
gonna be,
ending of 2024 is about to be crazy. And then
yeah,
going into 2025 is about to be even more crazy, because this is not the end of it. Again, it had nothing to do with Diddy, but yeah, again, a lot of indictments is coming.
very interesting.
The fact
Uh,
that it's sealed right now, it's like, oh man, I can't wait till they unseal it so we know what's going on.
yeah, yeah. That's why sources are saying that it's connected to Diddy. Some
But
people
my
don't.
thing is, like, it's the same Southern District of New York that's prosecuting Diddy, but then you gotta prosecute your boss at the same time too. You know what I'm saying? How does that go?
Well,
Not good, bro.
what we say all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like they
It's
make up.
not what you know, it's what you can prove.
You know what I'm saying? Feel me?
You know what I'm saying?
So I
You ain't got no witnesses. Who are your witnesses?
come.
You know what I'm saying? They
all these.
already got all of Mayor Adams' witnesses. They already got the deputy mayor. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? They done got his underlings.
Hmm.
They ain't got a couple of people.
Yeah, yeah. It's new nigga rules. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, it's not looking good.
So
Good. Now
it's
it's looking good to get rid of the corruption. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's what's up. We need a clean house. Get them out of here. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
then but then it's like the people who cleaning up the corruption is doing the corruption too. Like what are we really doing?
the name of the game is to get him out of there so I could get my man's in there. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game. That's all
So
it really is. That's all it is to it. They gonna get their peoples to get that people out of there. And meanwhile, they got their mans waiting in the wind so they could take office, and it's back to business as usual.
yeah, yeah,
That's all. It's
yeah.
just they were just too sloppy with the work. You know what I'm saying?
Can handle
First,
the
learn how to put the weed in the bag, then get money.
then get money. You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying? They're already
So
going out there trying to sell Dom bag, trying to sell big rocks with no bag. You don't got no bag, no bottle. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
son. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't got that.
All right, y'all. Moving on to our next hot topic. Law enforcement confused Diddy's baby oil for liquid ecstasy. So it's basically ecstasy for the body. It was like a numbing agent, for when people are engaging. The ecstasy is supposed to make people feel good and warm, and also is used as a numbing agent for the body. And that was the 1,000 bottles of what they confiscated. It wasn't baby oil. What do you think about that?
So it was liquid drugs.
Yeah,
That's funny because I was watching this series a couple of years ago. I forget the name of the series, but it was like a narco series or whatever, right? Mad over the top, dramatized, yada yada yada, right? So the main character was a female, and she starts as a corner chick, and then she ends up being, you know what I'm saying, the godmother of the cartel, right? So she sets up shop in Louisiana, in New Orleans, gets a bar, right? And then how she distributes her cocaine is she turns the cocaine into liquid cocaine and puts it in liquor bottles, tequila bottles for one. She owns a bar and
Mm-hmm.
she gets the cocaine shipped to the bar. So I'm watching the movie. I'm like, man, that shit crazy as fuck. Ain't no way you can turn cocaine into liquid. Like niggas is wilding.
Yeah.
But behold, you turn ecstasy into liquid. So who's to say you don't got liquid cocaine? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I say that to say that a lot more indictments is coming down, son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just because yeah, people saying 1,000 bottles of lube, that's just crazy. It's not far fetched if it's 1,000 bottles of coke in that joint. You know what I'm saying? Liquid coke, that.
Yeah.
So it's not far fetched where these people is being used as drug mules. You gotta think about it like this: if you a big time, let's just say MC Hammer when he was in his heyday, how many people he traveled with, right? He needed charter a whole plane, right? Got a bunch of equipment, this, that, and the third. You don't know what's in half these equipment. They just go put a whole brick in one of your junk.
Mm-hmm.
You fly to different towns. Whoever knows where to get it is gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not far fetched. These people going tours and shows. Your name is big. You could be an easy drug mule. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you have liquid ecstasy, never even heard of that. And
Yeah.
the only time I heard of it was not even liquid ecstasy, it was liquid cocaine, and it was in this show on Netflix years ago. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? The show been ended since like 2015.
Yeah.
But I thought that was like mad far fetched. I'm like, nah, that's wild. I don't need that's because they would bring the liquor, pour it out into this big basin, then heat it up, and it turns back to coke again. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The science on that is next level. So I mean, with this situation all in itself, I mean, whether he's selling it, using it, I mean, wow. You know what I'm saying? It's a
He
lot.
damn, he damn sure ain't making it because ain't no poppy fields in Harlem. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying? That's a
So
straight
where he
fact.
getting it from?
That's a straight fact. So I mean, at the end of the day, uh, this makes the case even worse for him. I mean, it damn sure doesn't make it any better.
But my thing is like you can't be the nigga that's growing the coke, producing the coke, shipping the coke, selling the coke, and doing the coke. You know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
can't be doing it all. You feel me? Where's everybody else?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you in the jungles of Nicaragua growing the coca leaves, then
Make
pressing it,
Yeah.
making the paste, then moving the paste to the next location, then
Yeah.
cooking the paste to make it to cocaine, then you package the coke,
Then you
then
going
you got to ship the coke.
Yeah.
You got to hope it even get there.
And
So
then you got
that's why you do mass shipments, right?
Mhm.
So one of it's gonna get through. Then you don't know the one that get through. Now you gotta go over there and go get it.
Yeah. And you doing
While you Mr. Shiny Suit Man.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. While you Mr. Shiny Suit Man, your face is very recognizable. Ain't no way, son.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Where's everybody else at?
Yeah. 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 This is getting interesting. All right, moving on to our next hot topic, y'all. Gettysburg College swimming team, a swimming player, uh, had the N word carved in his chest by a teammate on his team at a swimming event. Uh, they both have been removed from the school for obvious reasons, and there's nothing has happened for after that so far. There's no charges. There's no nothing so far. So
So wait, he wrote the whole word on his chest?
yeah, he called the N word on his teammate's chest. A white player did this to a melanated player.
How was he able to do that?
A great question. People are saying, well, people have said that he couldn't have did it alone. To carve with a somebody's, I mean, the to carve anything on somebody's chest would require people to hold him down. So, but those are the only two that have been removed from school as of this moment.
I'm just saying that don't even make no sense. Like, you
I,
can't write a whole word on somebody's chest with a knife. You know what I'm saying? By yourself.
yeah, I agree.
So there's a lot of holes in that story.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about it so far?
I mean, there's nothing to really think about because there's a lot of holes in the story. You can't make me believe this man overpowered another man and carved it on his chest while he's bleeding, screaming. Nobody hear nothing. Nobody do nothing. He not fighting this man off of nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's able to carve the whole word probably with perfect spelling all through his chest, like by himself. Nah,
Yeah.
that's wicked work for you to anybody to believe that. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it had to be tied down, held down for it to be for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they need to do an investigation on that one a little bit further than that.
Yeah, they not a little, they need to do a big investigation and they need to be rapid about this. This is a situation that is going to take a life of its own if they leave it to other people. Because I'm thinking if I'm that kid's father, the whole school must burn. It must burn. All this gotta go. Like, I want vengeance if I'm this kid's father. You took my grown baby, you took my child and carved the N-word on their chest. So, like you said, nobody was holding him down. Ain't nobody hear him scream. Ain't nobody hear him trying to fight. Even if he did get overpowered, when you're being afflicted that type of pain, you're going to still you're going to have what they call resist wounds or defense wounds. I want vengeance. If I can't get vengeance, all this must burn. Coach, you got to go. AD, got to go. The whole environment of that swim team got to go. Because ain't nobody going to be safe. If that's my child, you mean to tell me you my child's teammate and you ain't step in to help him out? Even if that's not your man's, wrong is wrong. This was what I was talking about in the last episode about color, about being human and stay human, right? We talking about being human and stay human. What a part of the game is that cool? I have teammates that happen to be white that I played high school football with. If you treated me a certain type of way in front of them, they will slap fire out of you. That's the part of the point that I'm making. It's like, yo, this is supposed to be a team. What team? Everybody's looking out for themselves. So you mean to tell me that two teammates had an altercation and he was able to carve the N-word on his chest and nobody ain't do nothing, ain't nobody hear nothing, ain't nobody say nothing? Come on, man. I want vengeance. All this gotta go. All this gotta go. Ain't nobody gonna be safe. If that's me. God forbid, thank God it's not me and mine. Anything else you want to add to that, bro?
Nah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All everybody gotta go. The president of the school, everybody got to go. That's wild. All right, moving on to our next hot topic. And before I move on fully, they haven't obviously released the students' names because of reasons like this. Because we have social media, because when we hear the name, we can look you up, where you live, where you stay, where you be at. Yeah. They gotta get they need to do a big investigation and move rapidly. All right, moving on officially to our next hot topic. All right, we got some key games for college football coming up this week. So I need to hear which team you picking for this week, and I'm gonna tell you which team I'm picking. All right, so first key game, we got Virginia Tech versus number 7 Miami. Who do you think is winning that game?
I haven't watched no games, but so I have no idea. Can't really tell you.
Pick somebody, bro. Pick somebody based on reputation, based on
I don't
story.
know. I haven't watched the season. I haven't been up on game. I don't know what's going on.
All right, so Virginia Tech and Miami, number 7 Miami. I'm going with number 7 Miami. They look sharp. Cam Ward has been killing. He's been on the tear, and I think they're going to keep rolling. This is going to be one of the years that Miami is going to look special, and they're going to go to the college football playoffs. Second game, Minnesota versus number 12, Michigan. I'm going with my boys. I'm going with number 12, Michigan. We're going to keep this train rolling. We beat UCLA. No, we beat USC last week. That's going to be a confidence booster for us. We're going to get back to playing this big boy football. Pause. So I'm going with number 12, Michigan. Number 15, Louisville versus number 16, Notre Dame. Very tough game to predict, but I have to say 16 Notre Dame. They stumbled and lost to Northwestern early in the Northern Illinois earlier this season. This is going to be the bounce back game. This is a game they not going to take Louisville. They not going to play down to the competition. I think they're going to play their best game of the season, and they're going to get back into the fold. I got Notre Dame beating Louisville. Georgia and Bama. Number 2 Georgia versus number 4 Alabama. I'm going with Georgia. I think Alabama's going to put up a great game, but they have a new coach, so it's still some clunkiness. Alabama looked good, but not so sharp. So I'm going with Georgia. Georgia looked physically on a different level than Alabama at this point of the season. So I'm going with Georgia. And last, Colorado versus UCF, which is going to be a big game this weekend in Florida. I think Colorado's already in Florida at the training facilities. Last week, big boost of them beating Baylor. But I'm gonna have to go with UCF. UCF just plays a very physical brand of football that I think is going to give Colorado some problems. I'm going to be rooting for Colorado, but I think UCF will win that game. And they always play a little behind the 8 ball when they finish playing a really big game, which they did with Baylor. So I'm going with UCF. So those are my picks for this weekend. So make sure y'all check them out. Some of y'all may use my picks to, do your betting, do your gambling. So have fun. But those are the teams I think will win. All right, moving on to our next segment. This next segment is brought to you by Bravo Section. Make sure you tap into bigbbravosection.com. Again, bigbbravosection.com. If you're in the Miami area looking to book a session, one of the best photographers in the world, bigbravo.com is the way to go. You can also purchase dope photography as well. Again, bigbravo.com. If you're not in the Miami area, still book that session. Fly out, take care of your session. BigBravoSection.com. Got a petty thought for us?
You know how we do chat. Words from the Black's Law Dictionary. So I normally pick different words, give you definitions of them, some words that we normally hear all the time, and don't think to look up the legal definition of these words. So this is what this segment is about. So the first word on this list is custodian. So custodian is a general term to describe person or financial instrument that has charge or custody of property, securities, papers, assets, etc. In bankruptcy proceedings, it refers to a third party acting under mandatory authority who takes charge or defers assets for the benefit of debtors, creditors, and of debtors, creditors as a whole. Custodian. All right. So the next word on this list is pander. Pander, the verb definition of the word pander. So the word means to pimp, to cater, to pimp, to cater to the gratification of the lust of another, to entice or produce a female by promises, threat, fraud, or artifice to enter any place in which prostitution is practiced where prostitution is practiced. Pandering is established when evidence shows that the accused has succeeded in including his victim to become engaged in prostitution. Pander. All right. Next word on the list is harassment. All right. So harassment is defined in federal statute providing for a civil action to restrain of a victim or witness is a course of conduct directed at a specific person that causes substantial emotional distress in such a person and serves no legitimate purpose. Term used in a variety of legal contexts to describe words, gestures, and actions which tend to annoy, alarm, and abuse verbally another person. Harassment, right? And last word on the list is sunshine law. So this law was which required that meetings of governmental agencies and departments to be open to public with reasonable access to records of such proceedings. So because of this law, we um, we have the right to see access to records. So when they unseal the indictments with Mayor Adams' case, we'll know what the indictment has, and this is the reason why we can read indictments after the fact once they're on public record. All right. So these words for this week were custodian, pander, harassment, and sunshine law. So if there's any words that you feel as though you hear all the time and intrigued on knowing what the legal definition is, you definitely put it in the chat and I'll look the word up for next episode.
Lit, lit. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, and the full all notification button as well. Again, we got our 100th episode coming up, and it's gonna be fun. We're gonna do some giveaways as well, and yeah. So again, hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Also tap into that membership page. All right, next segment is brought to you by Keep the Lie Live.
Keep the lie live.
The Lie Live. So my Keep the Lie Live for this particular episode is being loud don't make you right. I don't know. We have this thing in our society today when people have a back and forth. The person who's yelling the highest and beating their chest it's given the most and the most accurate information. You could be quiet and right. Like some people like to be loud and wrong. And I didn't understand this saying growing up, but I understand it now when somebody said the loudest person in the room is the weakest person in the room. But when you're growing up and you're trying to make your point, you're trying to scream it to the highest level. And for some reason, when you scream it to the highest level, you feel like you're validating your reasoning when you're really not. It just makes the situation more out of control. You could even be saying something that's factual when you're loud, but the fact that you're loud doesn't make it right at the same point at the same time. So we in this society where we think one is one and the same when it's not. Some people just loud. So just because somebody's saying loud and with some conviction, we think the louder we say it carries more conviction. No, you could just simply say something quiet and be accurate. Like I seen this video where this guy says, "How you gonna tell me about my family, bitch?"
Mhm.
Right? And then the guy says, "You don't have to say it like that." He was like, "You're right. How you gonna tell me about my family, bitch?" Like it it still had the same effectiveness without having to be loud. So again, people go above and beyond by beating on their chest by screaming the loudest. Doesn't mean you're right. So that's my keep the lie alive. Learn how to be quiet and learn how to speak with conviction by being quiet, because you don't have to be loud to be right. So, anything you want to add to that?
That was well said, my guy.
Appreciate that. So y'all, that's been the episode. We appreciate y'all for tapping in. As always, we're here every Thursday, every Sunday at 10:30. Again, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button. Make sure you comment below. Also in the chat, and hit the all notifications when you follow. So every time we pop up, you get the latest. Again, we got a 100th episode coming up. I want to thank some of the sponsors of the show: Bravo Section, Button Snaps, and OUV Records. If you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, you can hit me on Instagram at Ashley Lovechild, or you can hit my brother on his Instagram at
Bravo section _.
So if you're interested in becoming one of the sponsors of the show, hit us up. Also, make sure you tap into the Overstand podcast. While I understand we can overstand every Monday at 9:30 p.m. All right. Also, be on the lookout for my new EP. Working on it. It's called Summer of '08. So I can't wait for y'all to hear that. And it's gonna be fire. So make sure y'all tap into that. You can go to any music platform right now, type in Ashley Lovechild, and listen to my latest. So again, I appreciate y'all support. I know my brother got some news on the website. Let him know.
Yeah, just working on the website, so it's soon coming.
That's fire. Again, make sure y'all tap in for the episode 100. We're going to do some free giveaways. And make sure you with us this Sunday at 10:30 for another episode of Can the Brothers Get a Rap podcast. I feel like I'm leaving something out, but I will save it for next episode. I thought I wrote it down. So again, we'll see y'all this Sunday at 10:30 this channel. All right? And you already know what it is. It's nothing but love. And we out of here.